Are we on? Are we live? We are. Hello, everyone. Wait a minute. I do just need to wait for the. There we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Iron Phoenix, and welcome back to Subnautica 2, a game that I'm still unsure what it is. Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. I've spent about 6 hours now in game. I have started building a larger base. I have started building an energy network. And I have made a submarine. I don't know where it is at the moment. It's somewhere over there. It's dead in the water. It's damaged. And I can't fix it because I've not found enough parts for the repair tool yet. Because that's the thing. You see, the pacing is wrong in this game. There is something wrong with the pacing. I think the main problem is you get out your pod. Of course, this is assuming that you have seen some Subnautica. I did stream it for an hour yesterday. Right from the start. So you get out of your pod with none of your cool stuff, and you're expected to survive. Fine. So the first thing I did was, get some flippers and start looking for enough stuff to build a new oxygen tank, because it's kind of needed in a game that's all about water. And the problem is your basic thing. You can build a standard air tank, but it requires silver. Well, where do you get silver from? Everything's changed. Who knows? The game doesn't really tell you. And the only silver you do come across as part of the story missions is locked behind needing this thingamajig, which requires silver to make it. So in order to get silver, you need to find silver, in accordance to the way that it's laid out. Now, as it turns out, if you head towards Camp 1, and then a little bit further, there's some silver around that area. But that is a fair way into the game. And I think that's probably about the 3-4 hour mark, and I was swimming around trying to find silver for a very long time. So there's that. And then, of course, eventually you do get yourself access to better stuff. I've got the Wave Rider thingamajig, which is kind of like it's your Sea Glide, but in fist form. Got your habitat builder, obviously. You get that fairly early on. The game wants you to build a habitat. It always did, really. You get this thing as part of the story, I think. Or as story progression. I don't think there's actually a story here, to be fair. I think they're probably doing a bit of an early access thing that they always do, which is they write a story and then completely rewrite it about halfway through their development. Because at the moment, what they've done is they've tried to sort of explain things by having like these bioprinters, and then you kind of go to these various things to find black boxes from people, but the people they're not alive anymore. They're just black boxes from the people. So where are they? Because bioprinters are a thing in this world. When you die, you are printed out of a bio bed thingamajig, like is here, a reprint point, and you respawn with the gear that you had, some of the equipment that you had, some of the resources you had. And yeah, you are alive in all your memories. So where is everyone? So that's a bit of a question. It made sense in the last one that there weren't people there, because you'd crash landed on an alien planet by accident, and then in the second one you kind of went back there to see if you could find the research crew. So yeah, and it's not like this is new tech when you are told that these people are reprinting themselves. So where are they? sometimes it's best not to explain why you keep respawning, because then the plot holes start popping up and things get a little bit complicated. Water is poisonous, or at least the water is, basically poison. There's a lot of heavy metals meant to be in this water, so from the start, without modification, apparently you can't eat anything, except you can because you just grab stuff and cook it. So I'm not entirely sure where that. I mean, I was eating quite a lot of like nutrient bars, but I could have sworn I was eating fish before then. So not sure about that. Plus, rather strange thing, you can create meals, but I don't know why yet, because actually just making fish is just easier. There's less steps. So again, it's the stuff that isn't entirely explained at the moment, and this is what I mean by that. I don't know what the game is trying to be. I think they're trying to iterate, but in a very strange way, and it's slightly ruining the feel that Subnautica was. Primarily, Subnautica was not a survival game, it was an exploration game. And I think this is trying to be a survival game, and I don't think it's working quite. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned, apparently there is something in the EU LA which generally they're not entirely enforceable outside of America. That does mean that I do have to do some sort of disclaimer at some point in the stream to say this isn't, this isn't like linked to Crafton, I think they're called. Apparently that's a thing in the EU LA, as if it wasn't obvious already. Yeah, this isn't like sponsored content or anything, I'm just doing it because I want to. Because I think it is a very interesting. Early access to me is an interesting time period because there are two types of developers that make early access games. There are those that are doing it to get the early money, and then it's a bit questionable as if you're going to get a final product or not. Or they do actually care about the input of players. And Unknown Worlds, they did actually change Subnautica, the first one, quite fundamentally as a result of player feedback. For example, the Aurora was a thing that came across as a result of player feedback, because he didn't used to be able to travel to the Aurora, but people did. People tried to go there because it's a big thing in the distance. So they added it. The whole thing. Do I have that fragment yet? These fragments need to go when you scan them. They need to go away. So don't try to scan them again. What I am looking for at the moment is the repair tool one, because then I can get my tadpole thingamajig up and running. So that's the thing that I need to do. But I also kind of want to progress a little bit. Oxygen tank wise, I do now have the bigger oxygen tank, and I have the biggest one that I can currently get is the high capacity air tank. I've also got the rebreather so that I can swim to sort of a deeper distance without losing oxygen efficiency. These things are quite cool. Hello, what's that? Copper. Yeah, you can really ride these things like through cave networks and stuff. You can get sort of sucked into these, and it's essentially fast travel. But what you can also do is place energy generation systems in there, which is why I have an energy grid, because I've got at an exit point a couple of these turbine things, and so they are generating electricity for both my bases. I say both my bases. I do have a third one, and that is the last thing that I really, really do want to talk about. It kind of links into the pacing. The animals are really aggressive everywhere. They're not too bad here, actually. This is just next to the Welcome Centre. I decided to put one that's kind of hanging out over here. The idea being at the back there's going to be moon pools so that I can dock my subs. and also put an airlock type thing, maybe on the side or maybe on the back somewhere, so that I can, and this is, cool things. There's quite a lot of cool things in this game. This is I can't remember what it's called, like it's an elevator, and what you do is you grab hold of it, and then I want to go down, so I can go down really, really fast, or I can go up really fast. Really good idea, because swimming down takes time, and so if you've got a pit that this is going to go down into, then you can drop down really, really quickly to, say, a base that's further down. That is quite a nice idea, and it does sort of lead to this idea, lead nicely into the idea that you can get down to deeper depths without necessarily needing a large submarine. I think those sorts of things are good additions, but I do need to see more use cases for it. So anyway, the reason why the tadpole is currently junked is because of the aggressive nature of the animals everywhere. Even up at the what should be the safe shallows, you do get quite aggressive enemies, or animals, I should say. Which I don't like. I don't like how aggressive things are. In Subnautica 1, things weren't necessarily like aggressive, apart from like leviathans and maybe like deeper sea creatures, the stinging jellyfish things, for example. In the shallows, you were reasonably safe. You just had the things with the long, with the I can't remember what they were called. They dropped the teeth. They were territorial. They were not necessarily aggressive. If you kept away from them, they wouldn't come after you. And the gasopods, again, they weren't aggressive. They were just defensive. They would drop their gas pods if you got near to them. So, yeah, as I said, it was only really when you got deeper and further on into the story did things get aggressive. Whereas with this, yeah, people will go after you. The reason why I'm on half health is because half the time, I'm getting battered by all sorts of things constantly. Things that will literally just charge you or try and bite you or try and grab you, even in some very safe areas. And I'm not a huge fan of that. Do like that. I wish we had more of that. The one thing that I'm really missing from the graphics is the sun shafts that come down as the sun is coming up, because most of your time is going to be spent underwater. Because this kind of leads me to a last point, I think, from this, and then we're kind of getting to actually playing some of the game and exploring a little bit. One of the things that was really symbolic of Subnautica 1, and to a certain extent Subnautica 2, but not so much, was that you had a roof hatch and you had a floor hatch. This life pod has neither, so I can't stand on the roof of my pod and watch the sun go down. Instead, I've got this view, which is very nice, but it's not quite the same. It also means I can't do backflips off the top. You can't dive off the top. You can only really dive out the thing, which is basically what I did for my first sort of jump out. It's not the same, and there's no sort of floor hatch to quickly get into the water. There is just the side hatch, and I don't really like that too much. There's also a flicker I notice when you go in and out of the door. I think there's probably a thing with occlusion there. Fine. But, as I said, there's good things about this game. There's some not so good things about this game. But we also have to factor in it is early access and things will change. Which is not a bad thing. there's clouds over there in the shape of an island. I don't know if there's islands in this game. Maybe we should go and have a look. Maybe we should sort out the tadpole. All sorts of things that I probably should have a look at. But the first thing that I need to do is go and get water and get some food. Because I've left the food in the water, I think. Did I eat them? I can't remember. Well, let's... Hold on. Get into proper attire and jump in. Right. So, we need some water slugs for my water. There's one. And I would also quite like one of these. And one of these, please. And someone was complaining you can't kill the fish. I never killed the fish. You could stab them with the heated knife thingy-majig, but I never really bothered like flailing around with a knife. It was just always easier to just swim up to them and catch them. Alright. Some of these things are like crossed out because you can't build them in the basic fabricator. However, it says fabricator up there. Yeah, it does need a little bit more differentiation between the basic fabricator and the base fabricator, which allows you to build all this stuff. You also have a processor, which allows you to make more complicated things. I will also grab one of them. Actually, I do need those. I do also need probably all of that, because I would quite like to knit down to this base and consume that one. Right, so main base. So as I said, this is going to be a much larger construction. This is basically going to replace the Shallows one. I want all sorts of things that I've not found yet. Now, are they in early access? I don't know. Wait a minute. I am going the wrong way. I should be going this... Yeah, this way. Have I not got a... Maybe I have not put a beacon up there yet. No, I almost ended up in the volcanic biome. You'll also notice that there's not much differentiation between biomes yet, and I'm not entirely sure if that's going to stay. You know, the shallows, what I'm calling the shallows, all kind of looks the same. Right. So if I go to here, so you can sort of build first aid kits in there, or you could go over to, wait a minute, I don't have a processor here. Basically, if you put it into a processor, you will get, I should make one. I need a processor. Which I can make entirely. I need some copper wire. It does have like inventory crafting, so if you've got storage, then it does just make what you ask for, which is nice. Right, I need more copper. I need, yeah. Okay, well, what you can do with this is you can go down to here. I want first aid kits, set that, and then you just load it up with stuff and it just makes it. Right, I need a bit of everything then by the looks of things. I need some titanium, I need some copper. So let's go and have a little bit of a poke around, see what we can see. Mostly around these wrecks, because as I said, I need this repair tool, because then I can get the tadpole up and running, and maybe give it those wing things. See, this kind of indicates that there might be more down there. Maybe in the future. Or maybe something to do with this. I don't know if I've been in this rack yet. I've just been bumped by something? Oh, possibly bumped by one of those things. Right. Okay, how do I get in? Problem with these racks is once I broke into one of these and all I got out of it was a poster. Which is a bit of a problem. I've already been in here and I bet it was this, yeah, it was that one which gave me part of a repair tool but not all of it. So I am still hunting, and these are doors you can't open. So yeah, I am still hunting for a, oh, oxygen. I don't, how did I get it in? Yeah, I am still hunting for the last piece, the repair tool, because they've only put one per wreck, and I don't know where the last one is yet. So that's a thing. So it looks like I've cleared that one already. There's all these jellyfish around there. However, there is a cave there. Intriguing. A little bit of titanium either side. Intriguing. There is a cave here with nothing in it. Okay, fine. Do, however, have this thing, which is probably, oh, it's silver. I did need more silver, so that's fine. These are a bit more like places to go to mine stuff, really. Which is good because there's some copper here. There's some copper here, but I need the copper more than I need that. Alright, head on back and maybe build some things. But yeah, along the outside of the area, there do seem to be quite a few material nodes that you can use to find lots of things like titanium and copper, which is useful, especially as quite a lot of what you're going to be doing is base building. In fact, there's a large copper node there. I will just build that. There's also a thingy-majig. I can't remember what they're called, but I'm gonna need more power because, okay, actually not too bad at the moment, not doing too badly. Right, so what we need to do is we need to go around here and just finish building some things before building more things. So I need some mild acid. I did see mild acid. Load that. In fact, just load that times 2 because, yeah. I strongly suspect that pent is going to be used for making potentially strong or really strong acid at some point. There we go. Should be able to use that, and then we just need one more copper wire, which of course I probably will not have. I do have the stuff to do that. Alright, so we now have this biolab. I've not used one of these yet, but it allows me to... Okay, Shows oxygen slows oxygen consumption when not moving. That would be useful. Swim faster when close to underwater surfaces or the sea floor. I think oxygen control will be more useful, and that would be useful for like cave networks, but I'm gonna have maybe the dash one. I don't know how we're going to use dash one, but we'll see. So that's kind of for adding biomods, which is sort of here. If I go, so there's adaptations which are different to biomods, it seems. How do you get biomods? Don't know. I might be finding them for all I know. I don't know. It's not, the game's not told me. Right, that's fine. I'll take a med kit with me. So yeah, I'm still trying to look for thermal plant and repair tool. Right, and power storage would also be rather useful. And of course, in here we are going to have a moon pool. Actually, this is a bit weird. So the moon pool costs titanium even though you're taking it out. I don't know if that works yet. No, it does not. I've not added enough titanium for that to work, for that to function yet. Right, so let's go and see if we can find some. Well, I need some titanium. I need more titanium. Probably will also need a bit of copper, because so I'm planning on building that base up as much as possible, basically. So I think it's in quite a good place. There's two of these things which I can use to put power down. In fact, I could probably just build one now. Where is it? Exterior. Hydroelectric turbine, that's the one. Something like that, you see, and then you can add in your power transmitter somewhat nearby, like that. Okay, so now we just need resources, and there's two of them, so that's plenty of power you're going to be getting out of that. Just need to find actual resources. The flashlights are not great. It's just kind of a different shade of blue at that point. In fact, in some situations, it can be harder to see with the lights on compared to them off. Right, get that copper. I'll also grab that slug while I'm here. This thing can also be used to scare away predators, which is rather useful. That's a habitat building. Always scan these if you can, if you've not scanned them already, because they'll get you a little bit more resources, usually titanium. There's also these air pockets, which are rather nice. There's a lot more of these sorts of air pockets in this game. And you kind of get them in sort of cave systems or old buildings and the like. Let's head on back towards this. These need to fade. I don't need to know how much power these are generating or not, because they're not built yet. Right, my inventory's full. is my... I mean, it's gonna... The power pylons are gonna take a little bit to get down here. It's fine. Just getting as much titanium as possible, because the moon pool is gonna need quite a lot of stuff, and I also need to move the elevator as well, but I can't do that until I've built this section out a bit more. In fact, I could probably placement's not the easiest. It's like, yeah, no, that won't. Oh well. Might require me to build that, and then I can build it off here, maybe? Ah, no, because I think the moon pool is technically in the way, I guess. Right. Now, obviously, it's quite dark in here, so, and you don't get lights as standard, you have to add them yourself. So I'll add one of these in just to help with the visuals. However, obviously, I don't have the resources to finish it yet, so that's a thing. I do also want to add these sections here, like on the edges, and then that will sort of curve around, but that's once the... I do like this, you know, it is quite nice to be able to build my own moon pool. You can build your own sorts of shapes and sizes. You can add... that's how you build stuff as well, which kind of does indicate that you're probably not going to be able to build something as large as the Cyclops in this game, because it's not big enough. You don't have a mobile vehicle bay at the moment anyway. It's done through a module that is attached to the pod. Oh, that's how I do my dash. It's just shift. Fair enough. I do have a torch as well. That is a very nice thing. I do like that some of the animals in this. It is very nice. I just kind of wish the game was a bit more sedate in a strange way. Like the first one was, when you're just in the shallows, yeah, everything's chill. You're just swimming around. That said, not being attacked by anything yet. Usually, I'd have more problems. What I really would like is that's the other thing I need to sort out, is charging my batteries up, because batteries of this thing have just died, and the only one I've got left is quite low. Without submarine, you will end up using these things a lot. Let's see if we can build up another module. So yeah, so this one, So this is coming out by 2. It is also going to come out by 1 more, so it's going to be a 3 by 3 room, I think. Oh, damn it, bumped it. The building system could be a little bit smoother, a little bit easier to put things in, because when you're moving, it's very easy to just sort of bump you over to the next bit. That's not really great. So anyway, this will be a square room once I'm done with it. And so there'll be the moon pool here. No, as well. So as you can see, interior facilities. Oh, I need one of these. But this one will be through here. Right. Yes. So, thing I need is, well, I also need that habitat beacon. Standard elements. Where is it? Vehicle fabricator. That's what it's called. And so so it sort of attaches on the end of the moon pool. Yeah, like so. I'm not putting it there. I want to put it here, really, but I don't think there's enough room for it at the moment. I don't think there's enough room for it at the moment. So anyway, square room. That moon pool will go basically over here. It's currently obstructed because I'm building that over there. So the moon pool will be a 2 by 3. Maybe I'll add a little bit more space over here as well. But for the moment, that's fine. There could also be the hatch out here. So I know I've got the moon pool, but I quite like the idea of having a hatch here, and then the elevator down to be not that far away, basically. Dive elevator, that's what it's called. To be like sort of something like there-ish. So I guess it's just a case of going and getting more stuff. In fact, actually, I will just grab these 2 bits of titanium. There's some quartz there, which is useful for stuff. If I could get some copper, that would be so useful. I've got some water. That's fine. That's salt. That's copper. That's more copper. Because then I can get my battery thingamajig up and running. Right, back we go, up to there. Yeah, no, I need to get a beacon on there as well. And also go and get some more oxygen, because I do not want to lose my stuff. It does look good though. Whatever they've done with the lighting in this game, the habitats look really good from the outside. I think that's sort of one of the bigger things for me that's kind of changed, is how good the bases look inside and out. I need to charge. I need to get these battery thingamajigs up. Which means building some. I'm going to just. Basically just putting all my batteries in to get these charged up, really. Oh no, I need these. I need this build tool because I've got things to build. I've not scanned that yet. I don't know what it is. It's a thing. Have I been to that wreck yet? I don't think I have. Or have I? I've been to a wreck in this area, but I don't know if it is this wreck in... because that is quite large. It's quite a large wreck. Or is this literally the one that is... no, there is a hatch up here. This is a risk. Because I don't have any of my fancy tools. No, I've been here before. Oh, that's a shame. Can't get into that one. Yeah, no, definitely been it. Forgot that. Okay, an interesting bit of story that I've not discovered yet, or at least the current story, as I said at the start, probably will change stuff because at the moment it's a bit weak. It's not quite as tight as the first one, or even the second one, really. So. There's quite a lot of very useful stuff around here. Nice big node of copper there that I can't get with this thing, and you need the big one. But I've got the batteries charging with that at the moment. Another bit complete. Oh, yeah, I need to quickly go and top up my oxygen. Right. Just need to get this bit. No, sake. Need to get this bit done. Oh wait, because I was going to do like these on the sides. That might not be the worst of ideas, and then sort of just have that curved around from the start. Can I mean, yeah, 'cause these things do sort of change shape. It might look alright if I just extended it out over there. Right, need to get the resources first, and maybe just see if my batteries are ready. Yes. In fact, oh no, no. That one goes in that. Right. There we go. Okay, out we go again, and see if we can get a little bit more done. It's just titanium. And what do we need for over here, I wonder? That one needs silver. Oh, they both need silver. Okay. That's fine. I'll probably find some silver around here eventually. Is this the one? Yeah. This is one of the story mode ones, story mission things, and you go here and it's like, yeah, here's some silver. You can't actually get to it until you find some silver. So great. Thank you very much for that. Right. Oh, titanium over there. Potentially with a bit of silver next to it, actually, so that would be good. Oh no, that's just more titanium. It's fine. I'll grab, well, basically it's just grab all the titanium I can at the moment. I've also just noticed that that was getting a bit low. In fact, it's probably going to want me to eat as well in a second, so I'm going to grab that node. I'm going to grab the sea slug, thingamajig, water slug, whatever it's called. Bit of quartz, because I'm going to need a bit of quartz for glass, quite a lot of glass, as it will probably transpire. So yeah, plus I need some lighting on the outside, because although it'd be nice to get a beacon up there. In fact, I can just quickly get a beacon up there now. And these things do sort of lock into place a bit. There we go. I can't really. The problem is I can't really see it when I'm coming up to it. There we go. There we go. Bit of light in here as well. Right, titanium to do the last of the. The room pieces, and then The half round room will be the next one to go in. Nope. Oh, like that. Maybe that can't do like merging. That's that would be a bit of a shame. Oh, well, it's not hugely needed at the moment. I probably should just go and get some food from somewhere. And some water. I need my water purifier in really, but I don't know if that's in this game yet. I've not found it if there is one. Yeah, that's my dinner sorted, and I will also just grab another sea slug, or water slug. Sorry, keep calling it sea slug. It's a water slug. Two, three. Okay. Right. When the power goes offline, your oxygen production stops. So, because the sun's gone down. Technically, because the sun's gone down, the solar panels aren't working anymore. But even so, there's not a huge amount of extra power in the base. Not that would take out the, fine. I'm kind of trying to get this one online anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Where were we? Power transmitter. So we're just sort of getting these situated. There'll be another one. They've got a certain amount of range on them. Just kind of getting close enough that we get our... I have to say, I don't think I have ever used power transmitters, or not so much. I wish you'd kind of keep the line on it so that you could see if they were in range or not, so when you're just placing them down. I'm going to have to go up top. Get some more copper, get some titanium. That's quartz. It's not exactly what I was looking for. Wait, if I go over this way, there were some nodes, I think. You may be wondering where Space Engineers is. I've not touched that game for a while. I'm waiting for wheels to be added before I pick that one up again. Ooh, hello. Is that more silver? Yes. Good. I need more silver because my power's cut out. And so same deal would be done with this one. This will return to the channel. This will probably be my last Subnautica video for a while, unless there's like huge interest in it, because early access, and so I kind of will want to just play the game as new stuff gets added, essentially. you know, as we get more stuff, basically, and I can kind of get a bit more of a shape as to what this game wants to be. But yeah, quite a lot of people are complaining about the silver thing, and yeah, that one probably does need to be rethought. I just remove the silver requirement really for the basic air tank, because this is not meant to be it's meant to be exploration first and survival second. That's kind of how I saw Subnautica 1, and this game doesn't really do that, which is a shame. Right, so what am I doing here? So I've got I need the copper. I don't think adding another solar panel is going to fix. Oh, right, that will actually fix my problem, but not for long, because that is really not generating much power. So I will need moon pools. I hate this. If I've got it's anything really. If I've got any sort of building that's being built and it's sort of technically going to obstruct because it shares a corner, you have to finish this, so you can't just lay stuff out. And I think looking at it, because I've kind of got this here, I think just having a 2x2 moon pool will be fine for the moment. I am going to see if I can extend that out in some way, but that might need to be once I've finished the thing. But I think for now, because it is going to be a lot of sort of back and forth as I very slowly build up the ultimate base, I think I am going to leave this here for now. Yeah, it is a very intriguing game. I think there's quite a lot of potential. There are some annoyances, and there are certainly some balance changes. I'd certainly want to see a reduced aggression for earlier sort of creatures that you may come across. Tweaking the oxygen tank need so that you aren't having to find silver in order to be able to explore a little bit more freely. You know, you don't need to be given everything, sure, but just give the player a little bit of something. I do actually quite like the fact that I am having to build power grids. I am also just having to estimate where those power grids are going to go, because I would quite like to see maybe like a yellow line or something, so that you could kind of see how far away you need to put stuff. But, you know, as I said, there is potential. There's stuff I'm not a huge fan of, but there's something here that could be good. But anyway, I'm going to leave this here for now. So with that, I want to stand on top of my pod, but I can't. But with that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next.